My practice revolves around the concept of community. This particular materializes in my interest in subcultures and youth culture throughout the history of the UK. My work strives to interrogate and delve into the relationship between community and politics. When you look at the history of subcultures and the formation of communities, it's impossible to separate them from the concept of oppression, whether it's social, political, economic, or all of the above. Since I can remember ever had this obsession with the feeling of being in a community, I think it roots back to going to football matches with my dad at the Emirates to watch Arsenal play and feeling the feeling of being part of a massive crowd. Consuming, and I want to create that feeling in my work. I want to create a feeling of togetherness, consumption, euphoria, chaos, but I also want to explore the political oppression related to the togetherness. When it boils down to it, all roots of my practice seem to lead back to Thatcherism and her demonization of the working class. Thank you to reading Owen Jones's book, Chavs. The demonization of the working class. When you look at the formation of subcultures like rave, acid house, northern soul, the fall of industry in the UK due to Thatcher's war against the industrial industry was the key component in the formation. Post-industrial Britain caused the loss of thousands of jobs, therefore thousands of people's livelihood. Youth subcultures like rave or northern soul were the communities formed out of this oppression. A sense of escapism was needed from the harsh reality inflicted on working class people due to political and social oppression. There is something beautiful about the feeling of people coming together for a common cause and experiencing the feeling of being a part of something. This is integral to my practice.
Prior to this year, my work was mainly been video-based, experimenting with archival material. I used my vast research and collections of footage to create these videos investigating community. However, something happened quite right. The concept of political oppression of communities was coming through in the videos. But the actual feeling of community and togetherness present in my work. It involved creating an atmosphere or a feeling like I wanted it to. It has only been in the last year that I have been able to develop my practice into functioning and creating a feeling and an environment by creating large-scale mural-like paintings. I would describe my way of working as neo-expressionistic. The work Fiorucci made me hardcore is a massive influence to my practice. This work confronts the same themes as I do in my work. He looks at the relationship between working class culture, subcultures, and the feeling of escapism. When I watch this video, it makes me feel a weird, sad sense of nostalgia. It creates a feeling of community in the past. Jeremy Deller is another major influence of my practice. What I am trying to say is they both successful deal with navigating the relationship between subcultures and politics, which is so important to my work. But then to develop on this, I want to create an atmosphere with my work. I want to create a space, an environment with my practice. This is why I moved into painting. With my big neo-expressionist style, I can create this abstracted scenes of raves, protests, events, etc., and a sense of movement, lighting, sound. The vibrant colors I used and the erratic way I paint works to create these feelings. I paint on such a large mural-like scale to create these immersive environments that simulate the feeling of rave, of being a part of something. I use religious paintings as building blocks for my work to deal with the power dynamic between oppressor and oppressed. It's creating a correlation between the historic power dynamic that religious paintings hold you to the power of the church over the people, with the power dynamic between the people of the UK now and in modern history with the oppressive governing body at the time.
Basquiat's style of painting has always been a personal favorite of mine, and his way of dealing with political and social issues in his work as well as looking at his idols in his work is something I strive to achieve in my work. When you look at his work, you can see references to his favorite artists, poets, explorers, etc., which is how I want to approach when referencing the political issues that inform the subcultures I am portraying in my work. I want to equally portray the feeling of community but convey the historical context that comes with the subculture too. They need to coexist in my practice.